Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Counter-Strike editing tutorial. And again, this is a pretty basic one, and it's on masking effects you can do in Counter-Strike movies. And these were used more like 2 years ago in edits when I first started, and you know, I had a tutorial about a year and a half ago that I had to delete when I wanted to become a YouTube partner because it had music and all of that. But someone messaged me and they said they couldn't find it, and then I realized I deleted it, and they asked me to remake it or re-upload it. So here it is, I guess, and this is pretty simple. It's probably not going to help many people, but there's two effects I'll be showing you. One is where you make objects flash to the beat of a song, and the other one is where you cut out, say, a door or a section of a box or a wall or the screen of the bomb, and the camera zooms into the next clip. And these are both really easy to do, so here's an example of both. Alright, so let's jump right into it. Open Vegas, and I've got this picture which I used in the example of Dust 2. Now you can do this with moving footage, it just requires an extra step, and I'll tell you when we get to it. So say you need to mark out all the beats of your song. So I've done that here by just putting all these random orange flags or markers, and you know, I don't actually have a song, I'm just putting them there for demonstration purposes. If you don't know how to find the beats of songs and put the orange markers, I'll put my velocity tutorial in the description, and that shows you how to do that. Alright, so now what we need to do is duplicate this layer, so right click, go duplicate. Now make sure they stay lined up perfectly, we don't want them to be separated. Now what we need to do is split 2 frames each side of every orange marker. So just click on the orange marker, go back 2 frames by using the arrow keys, go forward, and do this on, say, we'll just do the first 3 for this tutorial. And delete all the sections in between because you don't need them. So now what we should have is 3 4-frame points. So the first thing to do is click on your event pen and crop button on the right of the first clip. Go down to the bottom left and tick the masking box and make sure that's selected, so that's highlighted blue. Now what we can do is pretty much just get your pen tool or your anchor selection tool or whatever they call it in Vegas, and trace around the first thing you want to flash. So say if it's this wall, we'll just trace around that, and I'm doing this super quickly for this tutorial because I don't want it to be too long, and obviously if you spend more time it's going to look better. So that's the first wall done. Now go to the second one, and again tick masking, make sure it's selected, and we'll trace around the second wall, so just around there, and then we'll repeat the process like this for the third one. I'll just cut that out because I'm sure you don't want to see me do the exact same thing over and over again. Okay, so I've just done the third wall really dodgily. If you go to each of these, it'll look no different yet. But say if we just grab a random curves adjustment and drag it onto the whole top layer, so putting it on the left here makes it affect everything on that layer, and just dragging up, say, the brightness, you can see if we go on each frame it flashes and then nothing in between. So if we play that, you can see they each flash for 4 frames each, and you can see we've pretty much got the effect there. So now say if you had moving footage, what you'd need to do is go to each keyframe and then move across in the masking section 1 frame, which is here, and say if the wall moved a bit, you would need to reset the mask and then retrace around the wall, say if it moved to there, and you'd need to do that on every single frame. And I just used a picture so it's much quicker for this tutorial. So there's the flashing effect. You can apply any effect to that layer, you can make it darker, you can increase the contrast, you can do anything pretty much, make it glow. So yeah, that's that. Now I'll show you how to do that zooming through the wall effect. Now we'll just delete this top layer, we don't really need it anymore, and then we'll create a new video track, drag this one up. Okay, so say if we just wanted it to zoom through to this orb clip I have here, what we'll do is make it start zooming right here, and we'll just again go to the event pen and crop, turn on masking, get the pen tool, and say if we wanted to zoom through here, we'll just cut the surface of this box out, and again take your time, unlike me, and you'll see it's just the box there. But what we want to do is change the mode to negative, and then feather it in, probably just 2. Just actually, no, it's a bit too much. 1, I guess, or even like 0.5. It's up to you, depends, you know. Okay, now, sorry, I forgot to set the time. So say if we want to zoom in there, go back 1 frame and reset the mask, because we don't want it to be black the whole time. We just want it to cut out to black there. And same as the other type, if it's moving you'll have to keyframe. But yeah, now we can just drag this in, because we don't need it past probably that point there. And you want to drag your next clip under it. So if we look at this, you've got the clip that you want the box to be cut out on, and the first clip on the top, and then the clip that you want to be shown after it zooms through the box on the bottom layer, and starting about where it cuts out. So yeah, now what we can do is go to the position, not the mask this time, and set a keyframe when the box gets cut out, and move forward a few frames depending on how fast you want it to zoom in, and then just drag that in and position it on the box. And if we look at the preview screen, we can see what just happened. It cuts out and zooms through to the next clip, and that's pretty fast at the moment. So you can lengthen the keyframes, make them smooth, or whatever you want to do, just to make it look a bit nicer. The effects there, it's pretty cool. As I said, it was used more like 2 years ago than it is now. Hardly anyone does that now. So that's pretty much it. Hope that helped, at least that one person who wanted to know. And remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Rating makes me happy, so do it, you know. And I'll see you in the next video.